Yo, yo, yo. What is up, YouTube? What is up, Facebook? What is up, Instagram? What is up, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry, aka Watch Me Amazon. And the topic of this video is going to be based around one of the questions that I get asked the most. And that question is, what kind of tools, apps, Chrome extensions, just basically when I am doing product research and I am browsing through Amazon, what type of helpful tools am I using to make that process a lot easier for me? I know a lot of people have been hitting me up and asking for me to do this video, so here it is, and hopefully you guys get some value and some use out of this video. I am now going to hop on one of my computers and share my screen with you, so come along. All right, guys, so welcome into my computer. This is where all the magic happens. And like I said earlier in this video, I am going to show you 3 must-have tools when looking at products on Amazon. 3 must-have Chrome extensions to be exact. So if you want to use or download or install any of these tools, you are going to have to download and use the Google Chrome web browser. But the specific 3 Chrome extensions that I am talking about are the Keepa Chrome extension, DS Amazon Quickview, and Rev Seller, and I will give you a little breakdown of what they all do. So as you can see, we are on Amazon.com, and I'm just going to put in some products, type in Hasbro, use that as an example. And the first extension that we're going to talk about is the DS Amazon Quickview. As you can see, it is right over here. Again, for those of you who are very new to Chrome or don't know how to download Chrome apps, just open a blank Chrome window or a blank Chrome tab. You can see over here apps, and you can click on that and you can search for the different Chrome extensions in the Chrome app web stores. So DS Amazon Quickview, there it is. You can install it, free to use. Pretty awesome little bit of software, and I'll give you guys an example of what DS Amazon Quickview does. So as you can see, I typed in Hasbro. I am on a Amazon search page, and looking at the page, you see a whole bunch of different Hasbro products. So in the past, when I was looking through products on Amazon, I would have to do something like this. I would click on every single item, and I would open them up in a different tab like this. And then I would have to go into the product page and look at the rank, look at the feedback, look at how many sellers are on it and stuff like that. And it's kind of a little bit of a tedious process. But what DS Amazon Quickview does, it gives you this little window right here on the bottom. And it's super helpful because this little window will display the rank and how many sellers, FBA sellers, are on the listing, and it will also tell you if Amazon is on the listing. So when you're doing product research, it's just very simple and easy to have everything all in this one place. So if you look at this first example, the Battleship game, you see right over here, it's ranked number 262 in toys and games, so I don't have to click on the product description page to see that. And it does give me this little notification that it's sold by Amazon. Excuse me, guys. Second item over here, the Game of Life, same thing, 386 in toys and games, gives you the ASIN, which is also very helpful to have on this page, and it also tells you that it is sold by Amazon. Looking at this item, the third item, the Monopoly, not only do you have the rank and whether it's sold by Amazon, but it's helpful because it tells you how many different FBA sellers are on the listing, and in this case, you have 6+ FBA sellers. So when you're doing product research, if you're trying to avoid products that are sold by Amazon. You can very easily see it over here. If you're trying to avoid products that have, more than 5 FBA sellers or 10 FBA sellers or 15 FBA sellers, whatever your criteria is, very easy that you can see that here. And again, like I said, in the past, if you're searching for like a brand, for instance, I'm going to use Solgar as an example because I used them before. But if you are searching for a brand and you want to search the products, based on rank, so I typed in Solgar, and I will go to health and household, and I will sort by featured, which will sort these in ranks. But before, like I said, I used to have to open every single listing in a new tab, bit by bit by bit, product by product by product, and kind of go through them until the rank gets, above the optimal rank or my cutoff point that I'm looking for. But instead of having to do all of that, you could see the rank right here on the pages. So this is, 2,700 in health and household. You see there's an FBA seller, they're sold by Amazon. You see the rank over here. This is 10,000 sold by Amazon, 4 FBA sellers, 2 FBA sellers, 3 FBA sellers. So very, very helpful tool. So my hat's off to the guys at DS Amazon Quickview. Another thing that's very helpful about this Chrome extension is when you take the mouse and you hover over a particular product, it'll bring up the product details section from the other page. So in the past, like I said, I would have to open up another tab and you would have to scroll down to the product details page to really get a closer look at the product. But DS Amazon Quickview lets you bring that all to page 1 just by hovering over the picture of the product. You get ton of super useful information like the dimensions, the shipping weight, the ASIN, the UPC, the rank, the sub rank, if there's an item model number or a product number. Very, very, very helpful to have everything all in one page. So DS Amazon Quickview, super helpful if you don't have it. Definitely something that you should take a look at, and super time saver. So the other Chrome extension that I want to tell you guys about is Keepa. So you guys all know Keepa. And Camel probably, but Keepa is a must-use tool for anyone doing product research because it allows you to do a deep dive into a product, see its average rank, see its price history, see all the most important bits of information that you need to properly assess whether or not a product makes sense for you to buy. So downloading the Keepa Chrome extension is super important, and I'll give you guys an idea of what it does. So I'm just going to take this Connect 4 and I'm going to click on it, and Keepa actually opens a little graph on the product description page, and here it is right here. So it actually puts the graph and all the Keepa information on any Amazon product page that Keepa is following, which is probably most of them. So I'll just open up a couple of different products over here for you guys to see. Popping up different tabs, and so here's the Amazon product description page. Normally this would not be here, it would just be this top of the page and then the rest of this, but you can see that Keepa populates the data over here. So when you're doing product research and you want to, you click on an item and you want to explore it, super helpful to have the Keepa chart over here on these pages. So one of the things that I really like about Keepa, as I said, it gives you the ability to do a deep dive into a product. You can see this green line over here is the rank. You get things like you get to see if Amazon's been on the listing, how long they've been on the listing, what's the rank situation like. More importantly, get an idea of where the average rank has been, and even more importantly, you get to see what the average price of a product has been over, a month, over 3 months, over a year, over the lifetime of the listing. So super, super helpful, because there are times when I'm doing product research and I look at a product and, the product is selling for, $30, for example, and it looks like I'm making a ton of money and it looks like a super good product at $30. But when you dive deep into it and you look at the Keepa chart and you see that for the last 90 days or 180 days, the average price hasn't been 30, but the average price over the last half a year has been 20, and it really isn't that profitable. And you know, it's been 20 like 95% of the time, and it just has, you know, a little spike here or there that might be 30 bucks. It really isn't a great item to buy, because for the most part, you don't want to see, you know, the little spike where one day out of 90 days the product might spike up. You want to kind of have an idea of the average price of a product. So looking at this little example, these triangles right here are FBA offers, and you can see that there's a line of them right here. This is from June 1st to about July 1st. So for a month, the rough average price was right around this area. But if you look at it a little more deeper, you can see this line right here. This is more or less where this product sells. So it does give you a good idea of what's been going on with this product over the last 3 months. And looking at things historically and what they've been doing over, you know, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days is definitely super helpful when making sourcing, you know, doing sourcing research and trying to find products to sell. Also, you can see how long Amazon has been on a listing. Amazon is going to be this orange bit right here. So Amazon has always been on this listing. There's been a price drop over here, but also very helpful to see how often Amazon is on a listing, because sometimes you see that Amazon is on a listing, but you pull up the 90-day chart or the 180-day chart, and Amazon might only be there, you know, 10% of the time, 20% of the time. You might see that Amazon sells out a lot. So that's something that you might want to consider, and you might be interested in buying that product. Whereas this product, you look for the last 3 months, Amazon has been here all of the time. You look at the last year, Amazon's been here almost all of the time, with the exception of this little bit right here where it's not yellow. So yeah, super important. You also get other things, like when you click on statistics, you get the lowest price, the lowest Amazon. You get all this Amazon information right over here in this little orange column. It tells you the lowest and the current and the highest and the average price over 90 days from Amazon. You get the same thing for new and used, and you also get, very important, the little green sales rank chart, which tells you the average over 90 days, 180 days, how many, you know, price drops per month. So super, super important, and definitely a product tool that I cannot live without is Keepa. So moving along, and I just want to pull up a different example for you guys, but it might be tough with toys. But let me just get a couple open, so we'll see what happens. So you can see here that this product typically has a steady price for FBA sellers. They're steadily selling it at $49.77. You can see that there is a pattern. For the last 3 months, the FBA prices have been relatively steady at this line over here. Sometimes you get the triangles bouncing up and down a lot, and that means typically that there's a lot of volatility. But you also see that Amazon's been on the listing forever, so the chance of them selling out, not too good. Same thing here. Amazon's been on this listing for pretty much the last 90 days. Same thing here. You can see there's a little price gap over here, or a little gap where Amazon actually ran out of stock and then they quickly came in stock. But yeah, so I'm looking at toys, and Amazon is going to be on a lot of these toys forever, but I wanted to basically show you guys an example of where you can see that Amazon is not on a listing for the majority of the time, but we're looking at like really high ranked items. So Amazon might be there for the majority of the time. Let's look at this Yahtzee game. Yep, Amazon's here forever. Amazon's here forever. Also, these price drops, the green ranking is the chart, and I will do a video later on Keepa that will kind of, break down exactly how to read and how to make the most out of Keepa. But just super important to have this on one page. In the past, before I knew about the extension, and I was using Camel, I would just copy and paste the ASIN and bring it over to the Camel website or the Keepa website and do everything that way. But super important to have it, or at least super convenient to have it on the main page. So anyway, guys, let me move along. The third and final can't live without and super time saving Chrome extension that I use is going to be this one right here, and that is called Rev Seller. And what Rev Seller is basically a Amazon calculator built in into the actual product page. So again, before in the past when I first started, I used to open up these these product pages, and I used to copy and paste the ASIN and bring it over to the Amazon FBA calculator and do the math and sit there and manually, count it up. But what REVSELLER does, it gives you this little screen right over here, and it's basically an awesome Amazon FBA calculator built into the product page. So as you're going through different products and you're opening them up, you don't really have to do any additional legwork, and it saves you a lot of time in that regard. But you can see, let me show you a couple of the cool things that it does. So this is the Rev Seller extension right here, and it gives you the Amazon calculator, and it also populates the price for you. So you see over here, it has the merchant fulfilled, the MFN calculation if you want to sell this MFN and ship it yourself. And it also has the FBA side over here, where if you want to FBA this product, you'll see the different fees. And one of the cool things that it does, it takes the current buy box price and it already populates that into the sell price for you. So you can see this shampoo item is being sold for $27.45, and it's being sold FBA. And if you want to FBA it, or if I wanted to FBA it, I would match this price of $27.45, and it's taken that amount and it's put it into this sell price calculation right here. It already deducted the fees, the FBA fees from that $27.45, and it tells you how much you're left with net. So if you were to list this at $27.45, you'd be left with $17.36, and the only thing you want to do now is, or the only thing that's left to do now is put in your buy costs in this column. So if you, let's say you're sourcing this product for 12 bucks, you just put 12 over there, you hit enter, it does the math for you. If you were to list this at $27.45 and your buy cost is 12, you're left with net $5.36. If you hover the mouse over it, it gives you a little breakdown of what everything costs. It tells you what your ROI is, what your margin is. So super simple, easy to use, very impressive tool, and one of those tools that I can't live without. Also, if you want to, let's say, not sell this for $27.45, let's say you want to sell this for $30, you just put in 30 over there, your buy cost is 12, it tells you you're left with $7.53 net profit, your ROI, your margin. Now you can also add in your overhead or your shipping costs into this calculation and get something, a little bit of a better calculation if that's what you want to do. And a couple of other really cool things that REVSELLER does is, I am not logged in to Seller Central, but you see that it says log into Seller Central. So if I was logged in to my Seller Central account while using REVSELLER, it would give you a little window, a little indication window over here that would let you know whether or not you can list this product, whether you need approval, whether you're approved to sell it, whether it's a block listing. So super important if you're looking at like hundreds and hundreds of products, instead of taking the ASIN and going into your seller account and trying to list it and seeing if you're approved to list it, to approved in the category, approved to list it. This will just tell you right here in the top right corner if you can list it, if you're approved to list it, if you need approval for the category, if you need approval for the product. So just picture, guys, when you're going through, hundreds of product pages, instead of, very awesome to see that whether or not the item is blocked for you and whether or not you have permission to sell it. So that is super awesome. You also have this cool little window that gives you some of the product details, like the ASIN and whether it is the Amazon size of the item, whether you're going to be paying oversized fees or standard fees. You get the weight, the dimensions, the UPCs, the model numbers, all that kind of stuff. Very cool thing they did over here with the rank. So this product is ranked 115 in beauty and personal care. It gives you the 90-day average price, which is amazing. So like for example, this is what I spoke on earlier. This product right now is selling at $27.45, but over the last 90 days, the average is actually about $4 higher. So if you were selling this product for the last 3 months, chances are you would be selling it a little higher than $27.45. It was selling at right around the $31.54. It also gives you an average rank, and we're in beauty and If you look at this rank, it says 115 in beauty and personal care, so that's obviously a very good rank. But I like this. It also gives you a percentage of the product that you are looking at. It tells you that rank, like this is rank 115, it tells you what percentage of the entire category that rank is. So 115 in beauty and personal care is the top 0.01% of the entire category. Now, anyone looking at a rank 115, you can tell obviously that this is a product that sells a lot, but if you're in one of those categories that aren't, super familiar to everyone, it's very helpful to have this little indicator to tell you whether, rank 3000 is the top, 0.1% or the top 1% or the top 5% or the top 10%. So that's super helpful. It also gives you this little window on the bottom. It tells you if Amazon is on the listing, what's their price, what the FBA price is, what the MFN price is. And then over here, you have these three little windows or these three little tabs that you can click. And this also comes in super helpful. If you want to click on the camel window for this product, it'll just take this product and it will open it on camel. So you can do some additional research there. Same thing with Keepa. If you want to take this product and look at it on Keepa, you can just click on that and it'll actually take you to the Keepa page for that product. And you can take a look over here. So this is, I guess, the 90 days. This little orange part over here is where Amazon has been selling. And if you're looking at this product and you see Amazon is on it today, you might get a little scared. But if you look at the bigger picture over the last 90 days, Amazon is actually not on this listing and they're sold out more than half of the time. So that's something that you definitely want to consider. So cool thing over there, it also has the Amazon calculator button that you can press on that and it'll take you right to the Amazon calculator for this product and a lot of other cool things. So those are the three main tools that I use when checking out products on Amazon and doing product research. I know a lot of people hit me up and ask me what software do I use for sourcing, for going through these giant wholesalers lists and catalogs. I sometimes get catalogs that have thousands or tens of thousands of items, and to scan through all of those on Amazon, you're not going to do that with any of these three extensions. And what I actually did was build my own custom software that'll scrape these lists and make the process very easy for me. So I might do a video on that later. I'm also playing around. There are a couple of different commercial options, commercial scrapers and scanners that let you upload the lists and give you the results. And I'm looking at a couple of them so I can review them and make a video and make a recommendation for you guys. But again, if you are new to the business, it is, in my opinion at least, very important to do that process manually, to look through those lists manually and look up the items on Amazon manually. I know it's tedious. I know it's time consuming. I know, it's a painstaking process, but when I started in the business the first year or two, I would do it completely manually. And I think just the understanding, the knowledge that you get for doing it manually, for going on the product pages and looking at the ranks, looking at the charts, looking at Keepa, looking at what's been going on for the last 90 days, looking at who's been selling it, looking at all of that stuff gives you such an amazing understanding for the Amazon FBA business. And it's going to help you grow as a seller so much more than just taking a list, plugging it into a software and having it tell you buy this, don't buy that. It might save some time for you, but it won't really give you an understanding of the business, and having a good understanding of the business is going to carry you guys a long way. But that is it. I will post a link I'll post a link in the description of this video to where you can download these three Chrome extensions. Also, guys, there are probably a ton of different softwares and Chrome extensions out there that I probably don't know about and are phenomenal. So if there's something that I'm missing or something that you think could help me out or can help other people or other Amazon sellers out who are watching this video, Chrome extensions, regular softwares, whatever it is, let me know. Post your favorite software in the comments section below. Let's keep growing this thing and building this thing and helping each other out and spreading the knowledge. And hopefully this video was somewhat helpful to you. Hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, share it, like it, leave me a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way in helping me out. And yeah, that's it. Peace. I appreciate you guys. Hit me up in the comments. I'm always here to answer your questions, and stay tuned for the next video coming out very soon. Peace.